Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Good evening. My name is Pat Monahan, and I sing in a San Francisco band called Train. And tonight, I'm here to live out a lifelong dream of mine to induct the heart of San Francisco music into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I am talking about a band that has 19 top 40 hit singles, 25 gold and platinum albums, a greatest hit album that is diamond and a half. That is 15 million albums. For those of you who are new to the world of music, we may never hear those words again. They have sold over 50 million albums in the US alone and 100 million globally, making them one of the best-selling bands of all time. I love, along with you all, that this is the first time they've been put on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ballot, and that's all it took for them to be recognized for the great work they've done. Once upon a time, there was a Bay Area guitar player called Santana. He was smart enough to build an incredible band of talent around him. Neil Schon, a 15-year-old prodigy on guitar, Greg Raleigh on keys and vocals, and Valerie on bass. In 1973, these three, along with a few others, formed a jazz fusion project called the Golden Gate Rhythm Section. In 1974, they added Ainsley Dunbar on drums and changed their name to Journey. After several albums on Columbia Records, they made a shift in their musical direction and added the Central California tenor, Steve Perry, to the lineup. In 1978, Dunbar was replaced on drums by jazz virtuoso Steve Smith. Solid record sales and hit songs started to become a regular occurrence at this point. In 1980, Greg Raleigh decided to leave the band and recommended the Babies keyboardist, Jonathan Kane. Now, I love every incarnation of this band, past and present. But this, my friends, is when, as the kids say, shit got turned. Hit album after hit album, after biggest rock song in the world, after even bigger ballad, after humongous success and stadium tours, this band from San Francisco changed the face of music, radio, and live performance around the globe. It's because they've touched the hearts and souls of every one of us in some way. Their music has transcended all things that separate us as humans. Don't stop believing. Well, now we won't. Faithfully. Or how about na 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 na? They didn't even need lyrics. That's how badass this band is. To think that we get to hear these amazing songs tonight from this incredible band is blowing my mind and soon to blow all of our minds. I'm just a kid from Western Pennsylvania. I moved to San Francisco because the song Lights made me think that maybe I could fit in there and be someone. This band changed my life. They changed the trajectory of many lives in positive ways. And positivity, that is what they built the Journey Foundation on. Their music, lyrics, their attitudes, the conversations they've had with their millions of fans around the world, including me, and the way they continue to carry that positive light around the world, no matter what might try to bring them down. They weren't afraid to be romantic and hold women in high esteem. They weren't afraid to create songs that made us actually feel good. I don't believe in guilty pleasures. You either like it or you don't. And I have loved this band my whole life. It isn't just my honor to induct these gentlemen tonight. It is my appointed duty to induct the heart of San Francisco music into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it's about damn time, ladies and gentlemen, Journey.
Emotional. Thank you, Pat. This is so long time coming. I thought it would never happen. And so proud to be up here with all these men. Done such a great job and a bed of work. Yeah, my notes are going by and I can't see. Forget about it. This is all about you, the fans, and about the music we've made together. I love all you guys. And Steve Perry, you're one of a kind. You're one in a million. Greg Raleigh, if it wasn't for Greg and Santana, there would be no Journey. Herbie Herbert, thank you from the bottom of my heart for finding me after Greg was picking me up at high school when I was 15. And we go to his father's house and jam. Soon later after that, I was in the Santana band. And wow, what a trip, long ride it's been. It's been a beautiful one. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Mikkel. Since she's come to me, it's been like white light. And just, I feel great, and it's been 7 years. She's been out on tour with me the whole time. Never left my side one day. I love you. I love my children. Miles, he's here. Aspiring young guitar player, amazing guitar player, my son. I love you, Miles, Lizzie, Sarah, Sophie, and Asia. Thank you so much. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Irving Azoff, John Barrick. Thank you guys for carrying on our legacy with us. Kevin Nelson.
Good evening. Well, I hope I can be sort of funny as Chris Squire, but I don't think so. This is going to be straightforward. This is an awesome honor to be here with my old bandmates, Journey. And I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my managers, my ex-wives, Zildjian cymbals and sticks, and DW drums. And of course, a big thank you to all our fans for your support throughout the years. A very humble thank you all. Thank you.
Awesome. What a great night this is for me. This is my second trip here. And what a trip this has been. First Santana, Journey, Ringo Starr, Santana 4, and back here with Journey. I want to thank Herbie Herbert, my manager and longtime friend from Journey, and Neil Sean for calling me while I was up in Seattle and saving me from the restaurant business. Don't ever do it. To start Journey. And, you know, it's been an incredible trip for my life. I want to thank the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for inducting this band finally. Yeah, you know. And also, for me, this is really about the fans. All music fans, all of you. Without music fans, this place is empty. There's nobody here. This is really, for me, this is really about all you guys, especially Journey fans tonight. This is yours, but it'll be proudly displayed at my home in Austin, Texas. Peace.
Rock and roll means many things to many people. As the diversity of the class of 2017 clearly illustrates, I just started out in 1963 at 9 years old as a jazz drummer. I thank my parents, Bruce and Lorraine Smith, for finding me an excellent private drum instructor and supporting my musical passion. Back then, my favorite bands were the Count Basie Big Band and the Buddy Rich Big Band. It wasn't until 1969 that I discovered rock and roll when my friend Pudge Greenelds from Cape Cod showed me his brother Dave's record collection. He played me Jimi Hendrix, Cream, and Led Zeppelin. But what I heard was Mitch Mitchell, Ginger Baker, and John Bonham. At that moment, I could relate to rock drumming and rock music. Disc jockey Alan Freed, a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, once said, "Rock and roll is really swing with a modern name. It began on the levees and in the plantations, took in folk songs, and featured blues and rhythm." He said this in the 1950s. Now that we live in a global community, more influences have been added to and will be added to the definition of what is rock and roll. For me, one of the most explosive shifts in musical direction came in 1971 with the creation of the Mahavishnu Orchestra. John McLaughlin, Jan Hammer, Billy Cobham, Jerry Goodman, and Rick Laird. With drummer Billy Cobham and a couple of years later, Narada Michael Walden stepping into Mahavishnu, jazz officially rocked. In many ways, that funk rock jazz fusion drumming concept was my template for the work with Journey. I'm grateful for my touring with Ronnie Montrose, where we were the support act for Journey in early '78, and talent scout Neil Sean noticed what I was bringing to rock and roll. Later that year, Neil, Steve Perry, Greg Raleigh, Ross Valerie, and Herbie Herbert invited me to become a Journey band member. And it's been an educational and rewarding ride. Thanks to my children, Ian and Elizabeth, for keeping me in their hearts while I was away on long tours. And very special thanks to my wife, Diane. We've been sharing our lives for the last 24 years. I love you dearly. Thanks to Jonathan Kane for the gifted songwriting, and Arnel Pineda for keeping the legacy sound of Journey alive and moving forward. A most important thanks to our fans from around the world that have kept Journey in their hearts and on their stereos.
One thing that you may not know is that this microphone is robotic. It's supposed to come up and meet me where I am. Hello, microphone! Don't make me come down there. Well, maybe you can hear me. Also, what you may not know is there's a big red clock that says I have 3 minutes, right? But it says I only have 37 seconds to get it out. But I also must say that Steve Smith did very well with his prepared speech. He worked the teleprompter very well. I'm not going to even bother. I didn't write one, but I'll start from the top in saying that there's a few names that were said earlier that I will repeat because their names deserve to be repeated. My life has been full of music from the very beginning, from the time I could hear, from the time they swabbed my ears out in the maternity ward, there was music everywhere. A large family, 2 talented parents who shared music with us. We learned instruments, piano, ukulele, guitar. We all sang. As soon as I could, I was in a church choir and the school choirs, and as soon as it was allowed, I could play an instrument in the symphonic band. And so that continued all the way through high school. The family had a great variety of music to hear and to be exposed to, anywhere from Miles Davis to Mozart, from Handel to Fats Domino, from Glenn Miller to Dave Brubeck. So somewhere in there, I thought that's where my world was, until a new kid came into town when I was a sophomore in high school. He goes, "Hey, I know who you are. I know you play in the symphonic band, but I know you play guitar at home. And we need a bass player. I'm starting a band with a bunch of your friends. And since you're a guitarist, you can learn these parts very easily. Why don't you get your mom to go down to the local music store, rent a bass and an amplifier. We'll make some change and have some fun." I said, okay. So from that point, the life of music for me changed entirely, and here we are tonight. If that's one bookend, this could be the other one. If nothing else happens for me in music, this could be the best that it gets. There are many other people who I believe deserve this, and I'll start by talking about someone I met in high school within 1 year of starting rock and roll. His name is Herbie Herbert. He is our former creator, partner, manager, and within 5 years of meeting him, we had created the beginnings of Journey with Greg Raleigh and Neil Schon. And we all know, or maybe you need to know, that he put the blood, sweat, and tears and every inch of his energy into seeing this band succeed, and we are here to thank Herbie Herbert for that. But as you know, we're still here. What has happened and how have we continued? For the last 20 years, our current managers, John Barrick and Irving Azoff, took a band out of exile and put it back on the map. We have them to thank. And then there's all the fans, the hundreds of thousands of fans who have supported us for years. They deserve this. There are the friends of us and the band and who have cajoled us, defended us, encouraged us, pushed us. They, our friends, deserve a piece of this award. And last but not least are our family members who maybe have suffered more in our absence and given us hope, given us encouragement. Our family members. Yes, our parents, my parents, and last but not least, the thank you and the love to my wife, Mary, who has understood and accepted this guy who goes away with the circus every year. Thank you so much.
Being from Chicago, I just want to thank the Cubs for winning the World Series so we could get in the Hall of Fame. Good evening. I'd like to begin by thanking my father, Leonard, for believing in me, my mentor, my vision keeper. He prophesied success from the time I was 8 years old after a terrible school fire, and later said to me, "Son, don't stop believing." On a life-changing phone call, as I struggled with my career back in the 70s. He's gone now. I miss you, Dad, and I love you. Thanks to my piano teacher, Rosanna Klitsch and Ralph Dodds from the Conservatory of Chicago, to Jerry Milam of Golden Voice Recording Studio in Pekin, Illinois, to the late Buddy Killen, who gave me my first break in Nashville in 1969, to my brother Tom, who played drums with me in countless bands, why we learned lessons together in rock and roll. To my brother Hal, who always believed in my music. To the late Wolfman Jack and Don Kelly organization for opening doors in LA and getting me started on the right path. To all the members of the Babies for giving me a shot, allowing me to be part of the creative process. And to my brothers in Journey for believing and trusting I could be part of shifting and sustaining a signature sound. To former bandmates Steve Augeri, Dean Castronova for helping us down the road. To our music business family behind the scenes who work tirelessly, the record promotion people at Sony Columbia, the DJs and PDs at radio who gave us millions of spins, to the record distributors who made sure our music made it into stores and on the shelves, to Live Nation and the local promoters, and most of all, our faithful fans who stood by us through the years during the ups and downs. To our wise managers, Herbie, Irving Azoff, and John Barrick for keeping us on track during the tough times. We shared over 40 years having blessed relationships with all of them. And I believe relationships are the key to building a brand and maintaining a presence in our music business. Thanks to the members of the hall who voted to honor us tonight. Finally, I thank my 3 children, Madison, Weston, and Liza up there, for understanding and accepting their dad had to hit the road all those years. And to my wife, Paula, who stands beside me in love and respect. I love you all. And thanks to you, Lord, for keeping your guiding hand upon us all those years. This honor was truly worth the wait. God bless.
Hello, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You sure look good to me tonight. I'm going to keep my cheat sheet here because I got a lot to say. I'm going to start with when I was living in Los Angeles. I was looking to get a record deal, trying my very best. It was tough to get signed at those times. And I would always go to the Starwood to see Journey perform because these guys had the most amazing musical ability. I never seen a band like that in my life. So every time they go to the Starwood Club, I had to go watch with amazement. Though their musicianship was absolutely par to none, there was one instrument that was flying above the entire city of Los Angeles. That was the magic fingers of Neil Sean's guitar. Somehow, one of my demo tapes fell into the hands of Herbie Herbert. I would not be here tonight if it was not for Herbie Herbert. Because he did not have to call me. He gets tapes all the time. But there's something about the demo tape, and he called me. And the next thing I knew, because of Herbie, I was writing music with Neil Sean. And the very first song we ever wrote together was Patiently. You remember that one? So, I absolutely must tell you, I must thank Herbie Herbert for believing in me. Thank you. Now, man, Ainsley Dunbar, Greg Raleigh, Steve Smith, Neil Sean, Jonathan Kane, Ross Valerie, are you fucking shitting me? Any singer would give his ass for that shit. I mean, they play so well. So I want to thank them for all the music we've written. Thank you, Greg, for letting me live at your house to write that Infinity record. Thank you for letting me live at your house, Neil Sean. Thank you so much, John, for all the songs we all wrote together. Steve Smith's amazing drums, basso profundo, Ross, Valerie. I mean, guys, I thank you so much for all the music we've written and recorded together. It will be forever in my heart. Thank you. I must give a complete shout out to someone who sings his heart out every night, and that's Arnel Pineda. Where are you, Arnel? Where are you? Where are you? Well, you must be backstage. To Arnel, I love you. I'd like to give my longtime, where is he, right there? Woo! Hi, Arnel. Thank you. I would like to thank my longtime attorney, Lee Phillips. I also would like to thank my old high school R&B band. It was called the Sullys, and it's kind of where it all started for me, and I want to thank them. Thank to Rob Stringer and the team at Columbia Records. The Journey Road Crew, the original Journey Road Crew, busted their ass every night, every day, load in, load out, tirelessly, day after day, week after week, year after year. Herbie knows that's true. If we would not be here today if it wasn't for them too. And I want to send my condolences to the families. I would like to send my condolences to the families of the members of Jim McCandless, Jackie Villanueva, and recently the great Benny Collins. Lastly, the Fan Asylum was Journey's first fan club. Herbie and Tim McQuaid got together and said, you know, you're going to be our fan club. This is going to be great. That's what happened. And Tim McQuaid, Laura Beard, and Cindy Poon made it all happen for us. So the fan club, Fan Asylum, was brilliant. We want to thank them. Now, speaking of fans, you're the one who put us here. You are the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You put us here. We would not be here had not it been for you and your tireless love and consistent devotion. You never have stopped. And from my heart, I must tell you, I've been gone a long time, I understand that, but I want you to know you've never not been in my heart. I want you to know that. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you so very much.
soon. Sleepless nights, missing ground, I'm reaching for you. You, feeling that it's gone, can change your mind if we can go on to survive the tide and divide. Someday love will find you when those change that point you. One night we'll remind you. Now we touch and we'll all sail away. Can't believe ever true. True love won't be such you. You know I still love you. Now we touch and we'll all sail away. Hey. Troubled times, shall we treat our vision of pain, pain, distant eyes, promises we never in vain, in vain, in vain. If you must go, I wish you love. You'll never walk alone. Take care, my love. Miss you love.
you doing tonight? Man, that was very emotional for me. Sorry, I like clammed up, but I got a couple gentlemen you just saw on stage with us that are going to come out and do a couple songs. Mr. Greg Raleigh on the keyboards, two-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. Mr. Ainsley Dunbar on the drums, up our first Infinity record with Steve. This is a special song about our city by the bay. We're glad to be in your city right now. If you could light this place up with a cell phone, lighter, whatever you got, light this place up. I was going to dedicate this to Steve Perry tonight.
And the sun shines on the bay. Oh, I wanna be there, yeah, in my city. Oh, 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 oh. So you think you're well, my friends, I'm lonely too. I wanna get back to my city by the bay. Oh, 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 oh. It's sad, oh, there's been more days out of the road without you. Without each arms, oh, my, my, oh, when the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay. Ooh, I wanna be there, yeah, in my city. Oh, 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 thank you. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Shit the midnight train going anywhere. Sitting in a smoky room, smell of white cheap perfume, falls my liquor shed at night, goes on and on and on. You know, come on, strangers waiting up and down a boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street light people, and it's a find emotion hiding somewhere in the night. Oh. Working hard to get my fare. Everybody wants to thrill. Anything to roll the dice. Come on, just one. Oh yeah. Somewhere losing. Some wanna sing the blues. For the movie numbers, it goes on and on and on. You know, come on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people, living just to find emotion hiding somewhere in the night.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?